The Nets will be without 5 players who entered COVID protocols for tonight's game against the Raptors. So bringing in Adrian Wojnarowski, our senior NBA insider here, what more can you tell us about what's going on with Brooklyn, Woj?
Yeah, Malika, as the Nets start this 5-game homestand now, they're without 2 more starters, DeAndre Bembry, LaMarcus Aldridge, and, as Paul Millsap went into protocols yesterday, 4 more Nets today. So along with Kyrie Irving being out, Joe Harris still recovering from surgery. This is a Nets team now down to 10 players. Now they're eligible anyway, Malika, to sign some players on hardship exceptions, up to 3 players in the short term with players out in protocols, their Harris injury. I'm told they're going to sit tight now, right now, see what happens here in the next 24, 48 hours. See if there's anybody who perhaps is out of protocols quickly. But right now they expect that they're going to be without this group really through this homestand. And certainly that's another test of the depth of this Nets team. And I think what the concern with Brooklyn is the taxing of their key players. It's Kevin Durant, who may not play tonight against Toronto. You've seen the load he's had to carry along with James Harden. And now as they lose key players, more is being asked of them. And this is a team certainly who expects and wants to be playing in June. And how much is this going to weigh on their star players as they try to weather all of these losses?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us, Woj. You mentioned it. Kevin Durant, he's questionable, I believe, with ankle soreness. So we'll see how that plays out in these next hours, if he's going to play tonight or not. But the Nets, they opened the day as 8-point favorites against the Raptors. However, after 4 additional players entered the health and safety protocols, the line has moved to 3 points, and the Nets are just 5-point favorite. So Zach Lowe is joining me now, and the Nets, they're already stretched thin, right? Kevin Durant's played 41 minutes against the Pistons. So how do they navigate this?
There's no good answer to this question,
right,
other than you just don't want to play James Harden and Kevin Durant 42, 43 minutes. But when you have half your team down, you just kind of pray and hope that the role players, hope that Cam Thomas is delighted to take 30 shots. He looks very excited for that. But the real fear is, around the league is this is already now the Hornets, the Bulls, the Nets, and a team I'm forgetting. I mean, the fear is in 10 days, 2 weeks, this is going to be a league-wide issue. Right. And what does that mean for the schedule? What does that mean for 82 games? I think that's all to be determined, but this is only seemingly getting worse.
Right, and the Lakers, right, another team today that had a practice scheduled. They canceled that practice. Talen Horton-Tucker tested positive, and our Dave McMenamin reported that now they're all getting tested and awaiting those results just ahead of them needing to go to Dallas. I want to stick with the Nets for just a second here because I want to bring in Kendrick Perkins. Hey, Perk, so Kevin Durant, the weight that he is already carrying, what are you looking at him to be doing now that they have 5 players, in addition to Joe Harris being out, in addition to Kyrie Irving being out, in the league's health and safety protocols?
To continue to do what Kevin Durant has been doing all season long. And look, Kevin Durant, and I know we've been giving a lot of attention to Steph Curry because of what he's been doing in the Warriors, but when you look at what KD has been doing on both ends of the floor, it has been nothing but amazing and a beautiful thing to see. Yes, we already know that he could go out there and give you a 50-piece wing dinner, spicy or Cajun rub, whatever you want to call it, but I'm watching him be a leader on the defensive end. I'm watching him defend at a high level, and it's trickling down. I was with Kevin Durant when Russell Westbrook went down, and he went on to win his first MVP season in Oklahoma City. Kevin Durant is a guy that knows how to elevate his game and elevate others around him. So when I look at all these guys that are being out, now it's an opportunity for others to step in, and they don't have to do as much. Just play that role because you have a bad man on your team in Kevin Durant that could go out there and lead you to victories. All you have to do is just be a star in your role on both ends of the floor.
Well, what is it, that phrase that folks say, understand the assignment? Kevin Durant, he understands the assignment. And there is no doubt that he wants to be out there carrying his team. And you mentioned it. We've talked a whole bunch about Steph Curry, but Giannis Antetokounmpo and Kevin Durant in Tim Bontemps' MVP poll, they were the other 2 to get multiple first-place votes. So Kevin Durant and Steph Curry, the only 2 guys with 50-point games this season. It's going to be fascinating to continue to watch them Pray they stay healthy, continue to battle it out, whether it's directly against each other or in their respective conferences where it's like, oh, wait, he had 51, he had 50. What is going on over here?
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.